everybody? It's Devin Haney, and you're watching Jay Calderon Boxing Talk.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Jay Calderon from Stand Clear Entertainment and Fight Hook News, and we're about to bring you this week's Boxing Talk. We're going to do a recap over the fight that took place this past weekend. The Takeover is here. Teofimo Lopez from Brooklyn, New York, 23-year-old, undefeated, lightweight, undisputed champion. The king of the 135-pound division has now been crowned with a unanimous decision over pound-for-pound top fighter Vasiliy Lomachenko. He was defeated this weekend, and it was a big upset for boxing. And Teofimo Lopez put on one hell of a fight. This was a great matchup. We were anticipating this fight for quite some time. It got postponed about twice because of the pandemic, but the fight finally took place in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it was a very good fight. First half of the fight wasn't as exciting, but we saw a game plan by Teofimo Lopez where he was in total control for about 7 rounds of dominance. This guy was utilizing the jab, going to the body very effectively, more so than Lomachenko. I didn't see Lomachenko at all really go to the body throughout this whole fight. I think he landed about 20 body punches, and that's not the body attack that I've seen Lomachenko do in the past. But Lopez, he was just cool, calm, and collective, very patient, not wasting any punches. You know, we expected something totally different. We expected more of an attack mode by Teofimo Lopez, but Lopez boxed, and he boxed very well. You know, he looked very good using his own footwork. You know, Lomachenko had excellent footwork in this fight. As we knew going into the fight, he had that type of footwork. He looked beautiful moving in there. He was slipping punches. He was deflecting punches with his glove. And, you know, Teofimo wasn't landing a lot of clean shots, but he was throwing more, and he was more active than what Lomachenko was. Lomachenko was not really doing any offense whatsoever on Lopez, you know, and this was what we were waiting for. We thought by the 4th, 5th round, you would see Lomachenko going into the matrix and start coming back with his counterattack punches and scoring, but we did not see that at all. You know, it was just all Lopez. For the first 7 rounds, I had Lopez up 6 rounds to 1 going into the 8th round. And, you know, the only round that I was able to give Lomachenko was the 2nd round. I didn't see anything until the 8th round from Lomachenko when he decided to turn it up and started to come on attack mode and land punches from different angles. You saw the Lomachenko that we were waiting for the whole entire time. Lomachenko started to catch Lopez with some very good clean shots, and he started to come in closer because the first 7 rounds, he did not want to go on the inside of Lopez's punching power. It looked like he was afraid to go inside and that he didn't want to get hurt by the big power that Lopez possessed. But in the 8th round, he decided to take chances. He decided to take risks, and we saw the results. He was very successful when he decided to press the attack against Lopez. I saw rounds 8, 9, 10, 11 sweeping rounds for Lomachenko because he was dominant in those rounds. He was really looking good, and we started to see this fight turning in a different direction with Lomachenko closing the gap because this fight became very close going into that 12th and final round. I said to myself, I said, whoever scores a knockdown in the 12th and final round will win this fight by a very close margin, probably by a point because of the knockdown. I was surprised that there was no knockdowns at all in this fight, especially with Lopez's power, that he wasn't able to knock down Vasiliy Lomachenko at all in this fight. And I thought he would definitely do that going into this fight. But Lomachenko's defense was very, very good in this fight. Like I said, excellent footwork, very good defense. And in the 12th round, I said that if Lomachenko wins this round because he was sweeping the other rounds, I said this fight was going to end in a draw. That's how close this fight got going into that 12th round. But it was Teofimo Lopez that turned it on like a true champion and took that 12th and final round. His father said, you have a comfortable lead, don't take any risks. But Theo disregarded that, and he went right into that 12th round, going for the knockout. He was pressing the attack, and he had a very big 12th round. And I gave him 7 rounds to 5 over Vasiliy Lomachenko for the win for Teofimo Lopez, because he definitely deserved the win. Now, the judges' scorecards on this were ridiculous. He won by unanimous decision, but in no way 119 to 108 is justified. I mean, that was just a ridiculous scorecard to even put out there. You know, like I said, I gave Theo 7 rounds, and I didn't see no more than 5 rounds for Lomachenko. It was a very good fight towards the second half of the fight. Very exciting, back and forth. That 12th round is what sealed the deal for Teofimo Lopez, and now he is the undisputed lightweight king of the division. Now, I know people are going to argue and say he's not the undisputed champion because Devin Haney holds the WBC regular lightweight title, but the WBC stated that Lomachenko's franchise title will be on the line and that the franchise title is a level above the regular title that Devin Haney has. It's a lot of bullshit. I know a lot of people disagree with this. You know, I understand that, you know, Devin Haney is the lightweight champion. He was the mandatory. Lomachenko ducked him, and this was just boxing politics because Top Rank wanted to make sure that they had both of their men fighting. This was the plan all along, and I had interviews twice with Devin Haney, and I told them that they were avoiding him just to make the Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko fight for the undisputed crown. Lomachenko was the real WBC champion. Devin Haney was the mandatory. He was next in line. They wanted to skip the line and put Theo in position, and that's exactly what they did, and the WBC aided and abetted them by giving him the franchise title the same way they did for Canelo Alvarez over Jamal Charlo. Devin Haney did not beat the champion to become a world champion. You know, he was handed the title. Respects to Devin Haney. I think he's a great fighter, a young great fighter that I hope that this fight gets made. Teofimo Lopez said that he is a 2-time email champion. I mean, that was just shots taken, but it's also true. You know, so this fight right here proved that Teofimo Lopez is better than what we all thought. He's not just a puncher. He's a very good boxer that can be a puncher as well. And he looked very good at 135 pounds. He came in right on the mark, didn't have any problems making weight. He has a nutritionist. He's doing very well. He can move up right now as the undisputed king from the lightweight division to the junior welterweight division, where at 140 pounds, he belongs. He's a big guy, and he should be moving up next. And he wants the winner of Jose Ramirez and also Josh Taylor. These are the guys that hold 2 of the world titles of the 140-pound weight division, and they're looking to fight very soon, if not by the ending of this year, which I doubt is going to happen by the ending of the year, but by the early 2021, that fight will be made because they already cleared the hurdle of their mandatories because Jose Ramirez mandatory has now stepped aside in order to allow the fight between him and Josh Taylor to take place. And we all know that Josh Taylor took care of his mandatory in a 1-round knockout. So, you know, this fight is going to be made. It's going to be a big fight. And Teofimo Lopez will get first cracks at the winner of that fight next year because they're under Top Rank. And it's a very easy fight to make. And that's the direction that Bob Arum is going to want to go. But Eddie Hearn has already reached out and said that he's willing to make this fight. And Devin Haney's going to have to go over to ESPN because Teofimo Lopez is the man of the division right now. ESPN is a bigger platform than DAZN, even though DAZN could probably offer up a lot of money to Teofimo Lopez. He's going to want to be interested in going over there, perhaps for that big money payday. But I believe ESPN is going to play a big part. If Lopez really wants this fight, he's going to have to demand his promoter to make this fight a reality. Devin Haney wants this fight, and Teofimo Lopez has called him out already and said after he's done with washed up Yorkis Gamboa, come see him. Let's make it happen. You know, this is the last fight in the lightweight division that, you know, Teofimo Lopez can make because we know Gervonta Tank Davis is going nowhere near Teofimo Lopez. You know, Gervonta, he's fighting Leo Santa Cruz. Teofimo Lopez already said that he's fighting a featherweight, 126-pounder, and it's just ridiculous. They want the easy fights. You know, you have Ryan Garcia also in the mix that in December, he's fighting for an interim title for the WBC mandatory shot for next year, 2021. So he's also in play as well. And that's a fight between Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum that they could possibly make that fight as well. There's a lot of opportunities for Teofimo Lopez in the lightweight division, you know, but I would like and hope that the WBC and Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum could all come together to make Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez for the undisputed rightful crown to be made next in 2021, because that's a great matchup. That's a big fight between two young, hungry lions that are undefeated, you know, and it will clear the airways with this whole mess of the WBC about who's the real champion of the division. And I gotta say that I'm excited right now because the lightweight division is one of the best divisions in boxing, and I can't wait. So tip my hats off to Teofimo Lopez. I'm super happy for him. You know, Brooklyn all the way. I know that I said that my predictions was Lomachenko winning this fight, you know, by stoppage, but I was totally wrong. A lot of people got it wrong. And Teofimo Lopez, I was riding with him from the beginning. If you watch my video, I said I was riding with him because he's a Brooklyn guy, just like me, and I wanted him to win, but I just felt that Lomachenko was the better fighter and that he was going to pull out victory and win in dominant fashion, especially with a knockout to the body. But we didn't see no body punches by Lomachenko, and we saw no urgency for the first 7 rounds by Lomachenko. And it was a perfect game plan by Teofimo Lopez and his dad, the way they went about this fight, and they dominated the whole fight. He definitely deserved a unanimous decision. Lomachenko, you know, we don't want to make no excuses about his age, about being 32 years old, about the long layoff. You know, those are no excuses for the best fighter in the world, which many people had him as the #1 guy. I had him ranked #3. Teofimo Lopez definitely enters the top 10 pound-for-pound list as an undisputed champion. He even said it himself. He puts himself at #10. I got him right there around #7. Lomachenko goes to #8 in my book. He got pushed way back, but this kid is definitely pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. He proved himself by winning in dominant fashion against Vasiliy Lomachenko. You know, props to him. You know, Brooklyn did it. Got to be proud about that. I also like to tell everybody that I got my new face mask coming out right now. This is Fight Hook News. Make sure you check me out on social media. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this YouTube channel right here, Jay Calderon Boxing Talk. Please subscribe, hit that little red button, hit that bell icon so you get all my notifications. Once I drop a new video, drop comments, share this video. Also, follow me on all social media platforms, on Twitter, on Instagram, and join the Facebook boxing group page, all under the same name, Jay Calderon Boxing Talk. I'm Jay Calderon for Fight Hook News. Please subscribe and keep watching.